Hidden in the misty highlands of modern North Macedonia lies a secret long buried by time. Today we journey to the site known to locals as Gradish, once dismissed as a mere garrison, now revealed as the lost city of Lyncus, the ancient capital of Lynkestis. Join us as we uncover its storied past, its ties to Alexander the Great and the Roman Empire, and dare to ask, what mysteries does this city still guard beneath its earth? Part 1. Historical Foundation. First, origins of Lynkestis. In the 7th century BC, high above the fertile valleys of the Pelasgonian plain, a people known as the Lynkestians carved out a kingdom of their own. They called it Lynkestis, perhaps after the lynx roaming its forests. This realm, often called Upper Macedonia, lay between the great Argead kings in the east and the Illyrians to the west. Its rulers claimed descent from the legendary Bacchiadae of Corinth, weaving themselves into the tapestry of the Greek world. Yet these mountain lords fiercely guarded their independence. In 423 BC, King Arrhabaeus of Lynkestis allied with Illyrian forces to ambush King Perdiccas II of Macedon and his Spartan ally. Brasidas at the narrow pass, Thucydides calls the entrance of Lyncus. Their victory echoed through the classical world, proving that this highland power could stand against its lowland neighbours. 2. Philip II and the integration of Lynkestis. But kingdoms rise and fall. In 360 BC, the Illyrian king Bardilis crushed Perdiccas III, only to be defeated by Philip II of Macedon, who incorporated Lynkestis into his realm. To cement his conquest, Philip founded Heraclea Lynkestis, named after the hero Heracles, and settled Macedonian veterans among the locals. From that moment, Lyncus ceased to be a rival power. It became part of a burgeoning empire. Indeed, Lynkestis's link to Macedonian royalty ran deeper still. Queen Eurydice I, daughter of Cyrus of Lynkestis, married King Amyntas III and bore Philip II, making her the grandmother of Alexander the Great. Thus, Lyncus would one day claim a place in the bloodline of the world's greatest conqueror. Part 2. Ancient sources and later Roman connections. Ancient chroniclers preserved fragments of Lyncus's story. Thucydides described the Battle of Lyncus and classified Lynkestians as Macedonians by culture, though debates persisted among his peers. Centuries later, Livy records Roman consul Sulpicius encamping ad Lyncum during the Second Macedonian War in 200 BC. This Lyncus likely refers to Heraclea Lynkestis, lying astride the soon-to-be constructed Via Egnatia, Rome's great road to the east. As Rome's legions rolled through the Balkans, Lyncus found itself at a crossroads of empires. Grain storage, military outposts, and way stations dotted its landscape. Roman writers even spoke of local springs, famed for their almost intoxicating waters, earning the region whispers of mystical lore. Part 3. The Rediscovery, Gradish Excavations. By the mid-20th century, locals knew the hilltop site near Chronobouki simply as Gradishta, the fortified place. Early surveys assumed it a minor 3rd century BC outpost. But in 2023, a new archaeological team from North Macedonia and Cal Poly Humboldt unleashed ground-penetrating radar and LiDAR. What lay beneath the soil stunned them. A 7-acre acropolis, fortified walls, and terraced neighborhoods where the outlines of grand public buildings emerged. They unearthed a clay theater ticket marked with symbols, a clear sign that Lyncus boasted a theater. Loom weights and spindle whirls spoke of thriving textile workshops. And then there was the coin, a silver piece minted in Miletus between 325 and 323 BC, struck during Alexander the Great's lifetime. Its presence here pushed back Lyncus's florescence to the late 4th century BC, contemporaneous with Alexander himself. Radiocarbon analysis of charcoal and bone reveals settlement as early as the 7th century BC, possibly stretching into the Bronze Age. And on the other end, early Christian oil lamps and medieval shards show occupation well into the 6th to 7th century CE. This site survived the tides of empires, from the rise of Macedon to Rome's dominion and beyond. Part 4. Tangible ties to Alexander and the Roman Empire. Imagine Eurydice I strolling these streets as a Lynkestian princess centuries before her grandson marched to Asia. Or picture Alexander of Lynkestis, a noble at Alexander's court, perhaps plotting in shadows, until his execution in 330 BC for alleged treason. Could the forthcoming uncovering of a Lynkestian tomb bear his name? We may yet find epigraphic evidence tying local royals to Macedon's royal drama. Under Roman rule, Lyncus's strategic location on the Via Egnatia made it a waypoint for armies and merchants. Some scholars even speculate Octavian and Marcus Agrippa passed this way en route to Actium in 31 BC. While no direct proof exists, the possibility underscores Lyncus's role as a silent witness to history's turning points. Part 5. Mysteries and Wild Speculations. But beyond the facts lie tantalizing questions. What if Lyncus was more than a city? What if it served as a clandestine military hub, its tunnels concealing arms caches for Macedonian kings fearing revolt? The initial misidentification as a mere outpost hints at hidden chambers yet to be revealed. Could secret corridors connect the theatre to underground guardrooms? What if Lynkestian nobles brokered secret deals with Roman commanders, supplying grain and provisions in exchange for political autonomy? Archaeologists have found seed processing installations. Could these have serviced marching legions under the cover of night? What if the marriage of Eurydice Aene to Amyntas III was not just a dynastic alliance, but a deep pact between separate kingdoms, one that almost birthed a rival Macedon ruled by Lynkestian blood? Imagine an alternate Alexander, not Argead but Lynkestian, carving history anew. As we brush away centuries of dust, each artifact may unlock another secret: an inscription naming Lynkestian kings, a worn stele marking the tomb of Alexander Lyncestis, or even a painted mosaic in an underground chamber. For now, these remain dreams, but dreams that drive us to return season after season, shovel in hand, to the hill of Gradish. Chapter 6. Legacy Through Time. Long after the Roman legions faded, Lyncus endured as a beacon of cultural continuity. In the early Christian period, bishops from nearby Heraclea Lyncestis attended the Council of Nicaea in 325 CE, suggesting our site's community played a part in shaping early church doctrine. By the Byzantine era, modest fortifications were added atop the ancient walls, evidence that Lyncus's strategic hill remained vital through medieval conflicts between East Roman and Slavic powers. In Ottoman records from the 15th century, travelers mention a ruined castle on the hill of Kronobuki, likely the overgrown acropolis of Lyncus. Local legends told of hidden chambers filled with treasure, fueling centuries of treasure hunts and local folklore. Even today, villagers recall elders' tales of a silver-lidded chest buried beneath a crumbling tower. Whether myth or memory, these stories kept the city's legacy alive through dark ages of neglect. Chapter 7. Beyond the Dig. Call to Discovery. As excavations continue, every fragment of pottery, coin, or bone adds a brushstroke to Lyncus's grand portrait. But this is not just a story for scholars, it's an invitation to all of us. Local communities, history enthusiasts, and aspiring archaeologists can join ongoing digs, contribute to crowd-funded preservation initiatives, or simply visit the site to connect with millennia of human history. Imagine volunteering on the next season's excavation, uncovering a mosaic tile, or helping piece together shards that unlock a long-lost inscription. Lyncus isn't just a relic of the past, it's a living classroom where each of us can play detective in a mystery that spans 3,000 years. So pack your trowel, brush away the dirt of centuries, and become part of the hunt for the heart of Lynkestis. The ancient city of Lyncus, lost for millennia, stands on the threshold of rediscovery. Its story threads through Greek legend, Macedonian conquest, and Roman power, and beyond the known lies a realm of possibility. What lies buried in its depths may rewrite history once more. Until next season's dig, the Lynx watches patiently over its domain, awaiting the light of new discovery.
Subscribe for more stories from the edge of civilization.